Before we get into the video, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I mean, come on, what are you doing if you're not subbed to me by now? My content is fire, from stop motions, news videos, reviews, music occasionally. All my social media accounts are linked down below, and now, let's get straight to it. Okay, so we've got some crazy stuff to talk about here with Rise of the Beast. A clip was just released last night during the MTV, movie awards, video awards, I don't keep up with MTV, but there was a clip that was released, like 48 seconds. I watched it a couple times last night, gotta watch it again this morning. I'm going to watch it again right now, and I'll give you guys a rundown and a breakdown here. Let's get right to it. Yes. Alright, so now that I have refreshed myself on this here clip, I gotta say, this reminds me a lot of Transformers that we all know and love from the cartoons. It reminds me of a Saturday morning, lighthearted cartoon, and they each have their own characterization. I love the interactions. Some of the dialogue did feel a bit too campy in this type of situation if you're basing it off real life. But that could just be the way the clip is edited for promotional reasons, because we all know when movies release these clips, they use older versions or they use chopped up versions of the scene to fit into this specific time frame, which this one was 47 seconds. So I do think this is either an older version of the clip or one that was chopped together to fit into this 47-second time frame. Because Optimus Prime's voice isn't modulated, like some people pointed out. In the newer trailers, Optimus's voice does have a filter over it, and this one doesn't seem to have that. Optimus Primal's voice is oddly a lot deeper than what we've heard in the trailers from December and from a week and a half ago. This already has a lot more personality in it than a lot of the Bayverse. Us Transformers fans are going to have a blast watching this movie if it does turn out to be good. I mean, I have a lot of faith in Stephen Caple Jr. I've been watching some of the interviews he's been doing. He seems very passionate about this project. You know, he says he grew up watching Transformers. He learned to understand the Transformers universe, that there's more than just Cybertron and Earth, Autobots and Decepticons, which is perfect. That is exactly what we want him to say and think about the Transformers franchise, especially when he's bringing in, Animatron, Maximals, Predacons, Terracons, Unicron. He is realizing that there's something else to bring to the table with Transformers, even though in this new universe we haven't quite gotten to meet the Decepticons just yet, which I do think we will in the sequel or at the end of this movie or post-credit scene to tease the sequel coming after this. But yeah, David Soboleff, he's been saying some great things about Stephen Caple Jr., how he was using actual action figures to do the storyboards for the movie. He actually came in and watched everybody and gave them direction when they were voice acting, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's usually a separate voice director for these movies, and the director doesn't really do much of that type of work. So that is great to hear that Stephen Caple Jr. is fully invested into this project. He does seem a bit more enthusiastic than Michael Bay with this stuff, I gotta say. Michael Bay, he seemed like the kind of guy that, I don't know how to put it, but he's respected Transformers in a certain way, but he didn't care enough to bring over all the core elements. Like, he brought a lot of the stuff over, but he still changed it to make it what he wanted to do. Instead of Steven here, what he seems to be doing is he's an actual fan based off of his own childhood, and he's giving us what we know we want in a Transformers movie. And we see that right here in this clip. Everybody having their distinct personalities. The Transformers actually being the forefront of this scene. Like, we barely see any of the humans. I mean, this is obviously just a 47-second clip, but the humans are not in the forefront in this scene at all. Noah and Elena are just he has a few lines, Noah, and they're just standing around as the Autobots and Maximals are duking it out a little bit here. I don't know. I think it's good. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with this CGI. I mean, I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat this until the movie drops, but A, it's not ILM, it's MPC and Weta doing the CGI here in this movie. And B, as you can tell by the trailers in this clip, this is going to be the most robot screen time we're going to be getting out of any Transformers movie. So, of course, the CGI isn't going to be pristine and perfect like it was in the Michael Bay movies. And I honestly don't even have a problem with this. I've seen some people pointing this out, but I think this is a similar stylization of CGI to like Sonic, the Sonic movies from the past couple of years, where they make it realistic enough where it fits in to the setting, the real life world, but they stylize it to give it that sort of, I don't know how to explain it, but like animated feel where it's different. So I honestly think as well it's a different stylization of how to do the Transformers in the real life world in a live action movie than what ILM and Michael Bay did in the past movies. The Bumblebee movie CGI is about the same, give or take, certain minute details that you'll only see if you zoom in and focus on the one frame for like 10 minutes. But yeah, I think the CGI is on par with Bumblebee. Bumblebee had that same exact feel, making it a little bit cartoony but still realistic enough to fit into live action, and this is right up the alley. It's perfect with the Bumblebee aesthetic that was created with Travis Knight. Even the Maximals have their own distinct personalities. You don't hear Rhinox and Cheetor talk, but you could tell Rhinox, he loves to ram into things. He's the bronze and probably the brains of the team, and Cheetor, he's the fast and agile type, similar to, I guess you could say, Black Panther, with a mix of like Hotshot and Bumblebee up in there probably, which is perfect for Cheetor. And this thing here that Mirage is holding, that's the device that Noah gives him. I don't think this is for his exosuit. I think this is a separate device, a weapon that Mirage gives him. And spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear this, click away, but the exosuit that Mirage is wearing, or that Noah's wearing, has Mirage's body armor on it. So, and the rumor is that Mirage dies and becomes body armor for Noah to wear. So, that seems like it might be the case. I don't know. That's just me speculating that those are two totally different devices. And then Primal is talking about, why do you want the keys? He's probably talking about the transwarp keys. So anyway, I'm rambling on about this clip. I think it's pretty great, Some nitpicks, the dialogue is a tad bit too campy in my opinion for live action and for the scene they're going for here, but it's Transformers. What do you guys expect? Stop complaining so much. There's a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, there's a certain vocal minority on the internet talking about how the dialogue is way too campy and this isn't Transformers. Like, go back and watch G1. Go back and watch Animated, Unicron Trilogy, Beast Wars. You guys are talking out of your you-know-what here. Just shut up and enjoy this, because this movie is probably going to be pretty good for us Transformers fans. But anyway, let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think about this clip. Thank you guys for watching the vid, and I'll catch you next one. Bye!